GLVC poll came out. You're third in that. Your thoughts about that?
Well, I think it's nice to always get respect from, the other coaches in the league, but those polls really don't matter. We all know that they're based primarily on how everyone finished last year. So to me, it's just, putting targets on people's other teams and goals, so we know like who's in front of us, who we need to go after, who we need to be ready for. But we know that we have a long road ahead because there's a lot of teams in our league that are really comparable to each other, and any given day, any team can come out on top. So we don't put much weight behind those preseason polls.
If you were to rank the teams, 1, 2, 3, where would you put Truman?
I would have put us where we finished, but again, it's early. It's just the beginning. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and we have to stay focused on the process. Can't get caught up in things like that.
14 players coming back. You got a lot of players coming back. Is it safe to say with 4 NCAA appearances in a row, this team is reloading, not rebuilding?
Yeah, I would argue that. We have a lot of experience coming back. We lost a few key players for us too, but hopefully, when everyone continues to improve with another year of experience under their belt, that we have a lot of excitement returning, a lot of great players returning. So if we can play to our potential, we should fare well.
Okay, good players. Let's start with the 800-pound gorilla in the room, Reisinger. She's back, All-American, all everything for you. Just looking for better things from her, if that's possible, huh?
Well, we want her to just, focus on the little things that she does really well, and to not get caught up in hype or anything else like that. And she holds herself to a pretty high standard, so really kind of giving her some tools of what we think that she might see from opposing pitching and some things that people we think might try to do to try to defend against her. So we kind of look at it from that side of things, but for her to continue to be explosive and a triple threat up at the plate, work to get on base, and kind of set the tone for our team.
Let's ask this a different way. She just does a lot of things for you, though, doesn't she?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, she's a huge part to our success, and I think that our team really feeds off of what she does. But at the same time, we can't put a ton of all the weight on her shoulders. So we talk a lot about each person knowing what they have, what they can bring to our team, what their strengths are, and using those abilities for us to be the best that we can be. So we try to keep it very team oriented, and how can everyone contribute, and what can they do, so that she's not putting all the pressure on her shoulders for our team to have success.
Success in softball is pretty easy. Pitching. Lauren Dale's back.
Yeah, Lauren Dale, everyone's back. So we're excited about that. I feel like we made some adjustments in the off season that have they're looking good so far. So with your returning pitchers, along come the scouting reports, so everyone kind of knows what their strengths are, and so. So we have worked on that a little bit, and just getting better at a few things that we think that will serve us well whenever we're pitching against the threats that we have in our conference. So yeah, we've been working on those. We have a little bit of variety in our pitching staff, which I think will be nice to keep batters off balance, and so we're excited to see them in action against other hitters than just our hitters.
Let's talk about Lauren just a little bit, just so we can throw something on one day. This will be her third year.
Yeah.
Gone by pretty quick already.
I know.
Third year already, but with the experience she has, that should just help her every time she takes the mound.
Oh, yeah. you know what Lauren really has, that she really just blossomed last spring, her sophomore year, as really owning the mound and setting the tone defensively for our team. And she was clutch for us in the postseason, absolutely. She was a big part of our success, and she really competed out there. And she trusted her teammates to kind of pick her up too and get the runs, and she would just go do her job and then be there for her teammates offensively, just cheering them on. And I can't say enough about all those things combined were really key to our success late in the year and helped us make that run in the conference tournament and garner second place. So she's a big part of that. So for us, just keeping her healthy and continuing to let her set the tone and lead our pitching staff throughout this season.
What's the strength of your team?
I would say our chemistry. So,
what about the chemistry? What about that is special?
So this team has done an exceptional job of really working for each other and working with each other to accomplish a goal. And I think that might separate us from other teams it's fun to coach too, because they're all in it to win. And whatever that they can do to bring to our program to help win is great. And so it's a very family atmosphere where there's a lot of competition out there, but they also are each other's, they're right there cheering each other on too. So I think that really separates us maybe from other teams. And part of that, comes back to some of the great players we have on our team, like Krista Reisinger, who is an All-American that will come and catch for our pitchers if they need a catcher. So there's just really a sense of selflessness and sacrifice for our teammates, and I think that will help us throughout the season to stay positive, focus on the process, and be there for each other. So when we face that adversity, we can overcome it and make adjustments quickly.
Opening tournament in Alabama. I'll probably make it back here before then, but let's just do it anyway. Play 5 or 6 games in 2-3 days, whatever it is, or maybe more than that.
6 games, yeah.
6. That's important to play a lot early and just see where you are, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's funny when you break down the season. The first 3 weekends are like over 30% of our total season. So it is important to play well right away, and we're going to have a pretty good test. We'll play some regional opponents. We're playing a top 15 team while we're down there the first day, and so we'll have a good measuring stick right there to see what we need to improve on. Last spring we had a kind of a learning curve at the beginning, and we're able to make some adjustments and then get rolling. So we hope that we can kind of get outside before then and try to work out some of those kinks to be ready to go that weekend. But 6 games is a big chunk of our season, and then the next 2 weekends following that, going to Nashville and then Evansville, Indiana. Those are important also. So those are a lot of regional games, and what you do in that preseason for your regional record and who you're playing all will matter come March and April, because those will be considered whenever we're looking at regional rankings. So day one, it starts. So there's no preseason, rainbows and fluffy butterfly clouds and things like that. We need to get after it that first day and be ready to go.